Hello, Tyler DeWitt here. So I want to go over to what demand generation is and how you can start generating more demand into your products and services. I mean, there's multiple ways that you can go about it. One of the easiest and most fastest ways to start creating demand is focus on your prospects, what they are searching for. And what you will do is use a keyword research tool such as Ahrefs, SEMrush, or even Google Keyword Planner. We use all three. Usually, I like to use Google Keyword Planner because there's no other accurate data than what Google has, right? That gives you an idea of what your audience are searching for. And Ahrefs has a tool or an option in there where you can go in and type in a certain keyword, category, or whatever, and it will give you a list of questions of what people are asking in a certain industry or certain category. You just have to go in there and play around with it, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, and you just have to make sense of what you're doing. So then what you do after that, after you understand what your audience is searching for, you'll start creating content based on their questions. And as you consistently answer your audience's question, you'll start creating demand. And as your audience and your visitors, I should say, that come into your website, consistently see your content in Google as they're asking questions or trying to find a solution to their problem, and they keep coming across your site, you're creating demand. You know, I was reading online this article, and I'm not sure where they got the data from, but this girl was talking about it takes an average of 7 to 8 times for someone to see your brand or be exposed to it until they start to remember it. That makes a lot of sense. But you got to make sure that they're seeing it within a reasonable amount of time. That's why building content is critical to demand generation, the process behind it. There's been times that I've even been online, and you could probably recall yourself, or you might be a little more aware now I'm explaining this to you. But when you're searching on Google, you might have a problem, or you're just trying to look something up, you're trying to find something, and you keep getting exposed to the same brand over and over again. And then you're like, this person or this company knows what they're talking about as you consistently come across that brand, because their content consistently answers your question. It's like every keyword, every search you do, you come across their content. It might be and usually it's a different page answering your somewhat similar question that you ask. Because when people buy anymore, they just don't go in and buy. The demand's created first, usually. The awareness is created first, credibility and all that. And then they make a purchase decision. Unless it's just a particular brand that they're already looking for. In that case, they go into Google and they type in the brand. 9 out of 10 times. That's why brand-related keywords convert incredibly high. Anyways, back to demand generation. So people are usually searching anywhere from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And a lot of times when they go into Google, they'll search one day, go to sleep, come back, and just let it be. Then maybe a few days later, they'll search for it again. So it's important that you're answering all those questions in your industry and covering any questions so they keep getting exposure to you. And you can also create YouTube videos and then start answering questions, answering their questions through your videos on YouTube. And as they consistently come across your YouTube videos, you're creating demand. So there's tons of ways of going about it. And you can even set up remarketing and retargeting campaigns. Remarketing will be through Google Ads, as they call it, Google remarketing. And then Facebook calls it retargeting. So maybe you could retarget to people that visited your website and talk them into downloading something that's informational. Download this guide or the benefits of this product or service. That way you're still creating demand. The cheaper, the most cost-effective way would be to use Google in the content, because during that given time, their intent is very high. Clearly, they're searching Google for a reason. I mean, think about it. Why do people search Google? To learn, or because they're trying to, resolve a problem they may have. And usually they're doing that through learning. And as they learn, they're learning about your brand. You're educating them. So you make them feel special and you look special. So that's one of the key factors behind demand generation. You use Google and use content and educate your audience by answering their questions. Thank you.